Well, a close-up often is easier on the eyes when you're watching television. And you can have a giant close-up whenever you want it with the amazing new Westinghouse electronic magnifier. Now, only the Westinghouse sets have this wonderful electronic magnifier that give you a giant, clear, crisp close-up whenever you turn this knob.
Stovetop stuffing instead of potatoes.
The Morning Stream. Get your bleeping tentacle out of my face.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream. Today is March 5th. 5. That's the 5. 5th.
Right. 5th.
That's right. 2025. Got a few 5s today. It's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Couple 5s, I guess. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott.
You know, 5,
Oh, hi.
5/5/25 will be fun, or 5/25/25 probably the funnest of the year.
That'll be a good one. 5/5/25.
Yeah.
May 5th.
Yeah.
Sure.
5/5/25 will be like a week after Vegas. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Three balls in the air right now that I'm juggling for Vegas. That actively juggling. There's a lot of balls. There's a lot of balls.
Oh yeah.
Elsewhere, but there are 3 specific balls I'm juggling right now that I'm just trying to make sure we get things taken care of with mini golf, producers dinner, and a Taskmaster thing. So, yeah, fun stuff.
It's a lot,
real fun stuff.
lot going on. You know, yesterday I cut 3 gnarly checks. They weren't really checks; they were digital payments, but let's just call them checks. I cut 3 gnarly checks for all of your swag bags that are coming, all the stuff. That's why you guys got to get tickets, because if you don't, I have to eat it. I got to eat this.
Yeah. Come on, dudes.
I can't send this stuff back. Are you kidding?
Nobody wants it back.
No.
Nobody's gonna take it.
No, nobody will take it back. But anyway, it is good to be here. We hope you're all well on a Wednesday. Sorry, we got all kinds of fun stuff lined up, including a Tom Merritt appearance. He doesn't go. He actually goes. I think he's headed to Tokyo in a week or something like that.
Oh wow, really? Oh, lucky him.
Their yearly trip. I think they're going there. And then he'll correct me if I'm wrong. It might be Korea, but I think Japan this year. And then we got the recommendals with Randy. No Nicole today, but Randy. So a little follow up on the Oscars from Randy. Get a little taste of where his brain is. Yep. And then your full load of recommendals. So stick around for all that fun stuff.
My gosh, so much stuff. It is a packed show. How are we possibly putting this much entertainment into this little, small 90-minute package? How?
I don't know. It's like sausage in a condom or something, right? Don't know what that means.
Yes. I was hungry for a second. Now I'm not.
Yeah, I had you at sausage and then lost you at condom.
I was hungry for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Brief.
Yeah. Nobody should be stuffing sausage in a...
Yes.
Theoretically, you know what I mean. All right. Hey, look at this. We're going to start with a call. We got an anonymous... you know the VTuber thing we talked about, the billboard and everything?
Yeah. Yarchu.
That person.
I still haven't heard the audio of. Go ahead. Maybe that's what you're going to.
Well, I'm not going to play the actual audio from their video, but they apparently did. They had a whole response. I haven't looked at it yet. To be honest, I was a little nervous because I think we weren't jerks, but we were kind of dismissive of the whole. We were. It wasn't that we were dismissive. We were wondering if a printed billboard. Yeah. Was the best way to advertise something so digital. Yeah, and it seems that apparently this person explains it more, and so there's value in us listening to it. I just haven't yet because I've been busy, but we got this voicemail regarding that and that whole thing. So here you go.
Hey guys, it's Onions the Cat here. I was listening and y'all talking about VTubers and some that weren't anime girls. And one of the ones that came to mind was I was watching TikTok and there's someone that goes by the name Alpine Showtime. And it's like stop motion animation stuff. It looks really cool. So check them out. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a good one.
So I looked this up. It is awesome. It looks like, the technique they use, it's a digital puppetry thing. Obviously, most of the VTuber stuff is, but it looks like, Aardman style stop motion movement.
Really? Okay. That's kind of cool.
Which was exactly what I was asking for. Something just a little different than Bouncy Boob Anime Girl. Give me something that's like
And again, no shame. All you with your bouncy boob anime girls, it's working for a reason, right? Your audience loves your bouncy boobs in your anime. I get it.
Yeah, but aren't you? All right, I watched her video about Casa Bonita because I kind of had to. It's a rule. If somebody sends me a video about Casa Bonita, I kind of have to watch it.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe it's different from her standard like Team Fortress 2 plays and stuff like that. But she never appeared on screen except for her hand holding a plushie version of her character. So
at the event, like at Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
So there's Cartman. She holds up the little the plushie and stuff.
Yeah.
So she probably was in town to go look at her billboard because I don't think she's from Denver. I don't think.
No,
I don't know.
No, I can't remember. Maybe that was just a trip, but yeah, like, and I guess the whole thing with VTubers, they try, or they make an effort not to show themselves. Like the anonymity is part of the
whole
fun.
Point of it. Yeah.
And I agree with that. I think that's a great idea. Like if I was to start a VTube account, I messed around with the cartoon thing a little bit, but it was never, I'm not seriously venturing into VTubing. Sure. But that doesn't really work because you know us already. So if you had a Brian or a Scott VTuber character, although doing a whole episode with one of those would be a freaking riot. Okay, I have it, Brian. Just hit me.
All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Tell me if you don't think this is bad. If this is a bad idea, I'll take your advice. But I think this is a good idea. April 1st, hurling its way at us. Okay.
Yeah, less than a month.
And I hate April Fool's Day. I hate it.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, there's a few good things, but it's mostly gone with all the old
There's
stuff.
like a couple, like Blizzard usually had a really good thing back in the day. Think Geek was it Think Geek?
Yeah, they were awesome.
Geek had some great products that were faked, and some of them people loved so much that they made them real.
Yeah, remember that iPad arcade they made? You put that was one of those. It was fake, and then they made it.
Yeah, I have one. Yeah,
I do too, really somewhere. I don't know where I put that. So they're, sort of famous for that, and they were great, but now all of that's kind of gone. Now the internet's kind of a mess. Nobody can tell real from fake every day. So it's like, what's the point? So, here's what we do to celebrate that day in a non-jokey way or a non-trick way. Somebody out there with the skills to go make 2 VTube rigs, one that looks like Brian. You can make us anime girls if you want, but I want them to resemble us. And then we'll do an entire, if you can make that work technically and not cause me and Brian a bunch of time. We just want to do a regular show.
Yeah.
I would do an entire show that day with just me and you as VTubers.
I'd be fine with that. That's a it feels like a big ask, not just like, all right, making cartoon versions of you and me, but more the making it work so that our audio feeds to them and then we then feed that video to viewers.
We'd probably have to run it locally, is my guess, because I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Oh, that's true. They can probably like set it up so that we just log into an account and then send it out that way.
Yeah. If not, the way that stuff works now, it's just software on your computer. It's not like there's nothing crazy to it. But if
it wasn't a work day for Tina, I would have pitched the idea of Tina and Kim doing TMS on April 1st, but Tina has to work that day.
That's true.
There's really, Friday's the only day that potentially it could ever work because that's Tina's day off.
Did we try to do that one other time? What happened? We did something like this once, didn't we?
I don't think so. Did we?
Oh, no, we just swapped people around like we had. That's what it was. Like Jury and Bill did it, and then maybe I helped host something I'm not used to. That ended up being kind of a pain in the ass. But the wives is a good idea. I like the wife idea. We'll have to.
I like the wife idea, yeah, because then it's not. It's not an April Fool's joke thing. It's like we're doing things different day because it's April Fool's and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's the most innocent use of the term wife swapping you could come up with.
It really is. Yeah.
We're just swapping our.
Logan, by the way, I hope Logan's listening, so we gotta say hi to Logan.
Oh, hey Logan, what's up, buddy? What's going on?
Hi Logan, thanks for tuning in as we talk about wife swapping.
That's right. A term you should not look up after the show. Just ignore what we've said.
Perfect.
But I hope you're studying and paying attention to what your class and your teachers are saying. And I hope
stay in school, kid.
Yeah, and no puking, no barfing. Okay. All right.
There you go. Good. All good advice from Scott.
Yeah.
No, let's do the wife episode of TMS one Friday. We'll figure it out some Friday where it works for both of them. And
and it would be a TMS Friday, which means patrons.
Be a Patreon thing,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it would have to be just because again, Tina's day off.
Or worst case, because they don't really know what they're doing. No offense to either of these fine women. They could sit here and talk. Brian and I would probably have to behind the scenes a little. I know I would.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'd be in the room where it happened.
Yeah.
But,
We'd have to be, and it's not that they couldn't do it; they just don't know what we're doing. Because
every once in a while, you'd see like a hand mysteriously come in from the side and move a microphone closer to somebody's mouth.
Yep. Little whisper like talking.
Kim's way better at this, by the way, than Tina, only because you and Kim do the Skim Show all the time, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, a lot of fun yesterday. That was great. Brian said something about Lyft, and I can't remember what we had a whole conversation about that.
We were talking about Lyft. You know that Kim had given it even a little bit of thought, and I said,
right. We were saying she thought she'd be really good at it, and you said Tina loves doing it, and
Tina loves it because she gives therapy to her passengers while she drives them around.
Yeah. I feel like it might. I actually think Kim would really like it.
She'd probably be really good at it too. Yeah.
She's always running around anyway. May as well do a quick run while she's out somewhere. Like right now, she's on her way to on her way to Lehigh or American Fork to drop some flowers off to her sister who had reconstructive surgery today for her breast cancer treatment she finished around December or whatever, that whole thing. So she's dropping flowers off to her, and then she's going up to Orem to my mom again to do her feet, her nails, and her hair while she's so nice. Between the physical therapy stuff. She could do a ride while she's out there. What would it would pay for a little of this gas we keep pumping into that damn car?
Totally right. Pay for the nail polish and the emery boards and all those things that she's using. Yeah, for sure.
It's not a terrible idea.
There's a little bit, as much as you hear the me complain about parts of the Uber and lifting deal, and there are things that I see the absolute worst driving of people out on the road, and I know I'm guilty of speeding. I probably follow a couple people closer than I should because it always works out that if I don't, there's cars that are happy to tailgate the car in front of me that zip in between.
Sure.
So it's really, I'm just protecting them from being tailgated by somebody worse.
Yeah. Think of it. That's a great way of looking at it. You're making their lives better. They just don't know it.
They just don't know it. Listen, I'm saving them from worse tailgaters. And I don't fall so close that there's any danger. I follow close enough that somebody would have to be real Houdini to get their car in there.
Have you ever been pulled over while you were doing a ride thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was pulled over in somebody's Uber that we were passengers in. But it wasn't because the guy was speeding or doing anything illegal. It was something to do with warning. They were warning people about something that was up ahead and maybe to take detours or something.
Oh, really? Okay, that's nice. So they just flagged him down. It wasn't really a pullover as much as it was the police were in the street stopping everybody until
it was something like that. We were in Seattle and I don't remember what was going on, but it's back when we did our cruise. But anyway, we'll see how all that goes.
Yeah.
The UK piped in with some C-word advice.
Oh, good. They didn't use the C-word, I hope, in this recording.
No. But he did clarify kind of its use case, how offensive it is there versus here, all that kind of stuff. And it seems like it's coming right from the horse's mouth, as it were. Now, what I like about this clip is he has my favorite English accent of all of them. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So you're going to hear this and you're going to go, oh, is this? So from now on, like when I see you, Zoe, in Las Vegas, Nevada, for TMS Vegas, tms.vegas.com for details. When I see you there.
Just tms.vegas.
Oh, shit. Forget about the com. There's no com.
Yeah. That won't work.
Yeah. And this is good because you just help. I'll just pretend that was all on purpose because we were trying to help make sure people don't put .com. And you helped me do that.
Right.
So thanks for that.
Yes. My pleasure. I'm glad I could help.
But Zoe, when I see you, I want you to start talking like this, okay? So here's the version of the accent I like in London.
So a quick note on the C word in the UK versus the US, which I'll now refer to as the dull edge of a knife, that being blunt. In the UK, it is absolutely as offensive as it is in the US. You wouldn't dream of using it in front of your parents. You wouldn't use it at work. You'd get dismissed for calling a workmate a dumb blunt. The thing is in the UK is that in addition to it being used in those extreme aggressive circumstances, i.e., come over here and say that to my face, you dumb blunt. It's also used with precision and restraint amongst friends when least expected. We love to catch each other out with by dropping a blunt into a situation. Say you're playing a ball game with your friends and somebody makes a powerful move against you that they didn't have to. They had a choice and they said, well, I could make move A, but I'm not. I'm going to make move B. If you turned around and said, yeah, that's because you're a blunt. Hopefully you'd catch them unawares. A few other people around the table, maybe you'll get a spit take out of it. Those are the times we love to use it. And the person will either do that spit take or they'll take it on the chin and say, yeah, that's fair enough. You're right, I am a blunt. And so those are the differences here. We have the two extremes, no middle ground, absolutely is offensive, but also love to throw it in when it's unexpected.
I appreciate the clarification, Andy, but mostly what I appreciate is this. If I had his accent, I'd have the biggest YouTube channel on the planet. I'm telling you.
Totally. Yeah.
I love it so much. I could listen to it all day.
It is really, really good.
Yeah.
No, I love his accent. And I think they're still, they're still not getting how they're doing a better job of explaining how unacceptable it is in the UK. And I get that. I thought it was a lot more acceptable, like you just throw it out in the middle of conversation.
Sure.
But the fact that even during a game, you would say that is still more than we would do here in America.
Yeah.
Especially if there are any women present, it would not garner a little chuckle at all, ever.
No, it's like the worst thing you can do. The worst. And it sounds to me like it's not over there. It may not be the worst thing you can do.
Right.
It's
exactly.
Just, it's a thing you could do that might be distasteful. You don't do it in front of your parents. Like, yes. Yeah. But I still think there's a divide there, I think.
Yes, but that divide is a lot closer than I thought it was when we talked about it last week.
Oh, for sure.
There's a less of a canyon there between what's acceptable here and what's acceptable there. It's like, oh, okay, well, it's still not super acceptable over there, but very much not acceptable here.
No, if I said this in this house around these strong women I associate myself with, I would be so in trouble, dude.
Even as a joke, like anything still would go over like a hot fart.
Nope. Me and you would be sewing our nuts back on after that.
Exactly, yes.
We'd meet up in Green River and do each other's nuts. That's what we'd do.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. That won't get capped.
No, that'll never get used out of context.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I love it.
You know what? I'm kind of actually on board with just let's use the word blunt.
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad, you dirty blunt. You old blunt.
Like some blunt was yapping about crap on the TV for 2 or 3 hours last night while I was at trivia, and I didn't miss hearing from that blunt at all.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. Sean Bloom just said something I was going to mention. Bill Burr uses it a lot in his specials. But again, the Boston area. Again, the use cases there vary from everywhere else. For whatever reason, every Boston accented person I hear, when they drop the C word, it sounds not more common, but more acceptable than when I hear, say, I don't know, somebody from Mississippi say it, or somebody from up north or whatever. So maybe it's, again, the Irish, British, or Irish UK origins or something. I don't know why we're so weird about it, but yeah, Brian and I will not be using that here. We will not be saying it to our wives.
Nope.
That word.
Not even if it's just us and other men. Like if me and crazy neighbor go into the Mammoth game, we will never, like, that isn't out a word that he and I would even, we talk trash. We swear like sailors when we go to a Mammoth game. Not at the team. Of course,
no, you're not that kind of fan.
Yeah.
That's good. That's actually good to hear.
I don't wonder if Tina's going to let me say, happy if I say this, but since she's become a supervisor at her job, which is now, 6, 7, 8 months now, her level of swearing, kind of up. Kind of up, yeah. Kind of like as you were describing Kim behind the wheel when people cut her off or don't let her merge or things like that. Tina's level has gone a little bit up.
Supervision will do that.
Yeah.
You got all these dumbasses trying to bump around. She has to tell them, no, back up, you dumb effing mother effers, right?
Exactly. Well, she doesn't swear at them. She swears
about them
when she's telling me about her day at work. Yes.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did actually. don't know if she's going to be happy about me saying this, but I noticed in Vegas last year, her F-bomb quotation was higher. Really? Just a little higher than usual. And I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, good.
Like,
I'm glad I'm not the only one because she doesn't see any difference. But
which I get, you're in the world you're in. Like, I actually think Kim's would increase if she started doing lift and because she would be in situations where she would want to be cool under stress if a car cut her off or did something else where she normally would have an outlet. So instead she'll build that up, try to remain calm, and then later spill it to me and go, this ever in front of me, right?
She'd never do it with a passenger in the car. No way. But she'll certainly do it. Like I said, if the tapes ever got release the tapes of me in my car when I'm doing Uber and Lyft between rides.
Have you saved any good ones? Have you got anything in the wings in case you ever need it that you could show us, like a little Brian freaking out?
No, it only saves them for 24 hours. And I'm like, well, that would have been a pretty funny diatribe to that'd be a pretty funny diatribe to save, and then I forget about when I get home. And I don't.
And they're lost to the ages.
One of my favorites these days is F-ball with the actual words replaced, but using the F-bomb twice in one sentence separated just by a comma. F-ball. And I just love it. It's like
it's strong. Yeah. It's a strong use case. I even think F-ball is pretty good as the
cleaner version.
As the clean version, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. I'm not really an F-bomb guy, so I could use F-ball. Freaking F-stick. Kind of like F-stick's pretty fun.
Right? Yeah, F-stick is great. The non. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Or even the full one. Just.
Oh yeah. No, well, I mean the full one on that one.
Gotcha.
F-stick is okay, but no, the actual
one's gonna stink.
The actual uncensored version of that, I think, is a great phrase.
Yeah, that'll send people to the morgue. That one.
Yes.
All right. we're gonna get Dunaway in here. We're also gonna get one of you in here, and you need to be the fourth caller if you want to participate in this. My guess is if you've already sent me a thing, you're not fourth, but whatever. We're not here to judge.
By the way, who is a Drenched Wildfire says someone in Denver needs to take a lift, and when they get Brian, distract him and grab the SD card out of his camera. Guess what? My camera was made by Ring Doorbell, no SD card, and it automatically records to the cloud as it's doing its stuff. So it's available immediately. There's no having to transfer files or anything like that. It is.
Yeah, it's out there. It's in the cloud. For all you know, even the
view from my car right now, if I wanted
exactly, and even if the 24 hours thing wasn't a thing, I still think that stuff's on some server. It might be encrypted, but I think it's out there.
I'm sure it is. They have to have it backed
up. I've given up on thinking anything's private, so it's all good.
Yeah,
it is all good in the hood. Oh, look at this! We got music playing. Oh, what the hell is this? All right, well, I guess it's time. Brian Dunaway joining us for a little of the old Tadpooley feud. Hello, Brian. How are you?
No, hi, Scott and Brian. Well, I'm doing well. It's a Wednesday, so hump day, and my camera uses a compact flash. Good luck trying to read that, punks.
You're a little more secure than us. Yeah.
The compact flash. What was the? What was the
security
Sony,
to obscurity?
Mm-hmm. What was the Sony specific SD card? It was a little bit longer.
Yeah, they had Sony memory sticks.
It was literally called the memory stick. Remember?
It's just called memory stick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sony memory sticks, and they were ridiculously overpriced.
They were, and they could only be used with Sony stuff.
Yeah,
so not
and if you had like their PSP or the Vita later, you were just screwed.
Yeah.
If you wanted a less expensive, like the fact that I think what killed the Vita is not embracing SDs. That was so stupid. Mm. So dumb.
I think what killed the Vita was forgetting to put the salsa in the dip. Oh, not Vel-Vita.
Not Vel-Vita, no.
Vita. Oh.
Thank you I'm so glad you explained that because I did not get it.
Yeah. Especially in this year of our Lord 2025. My gosh. That was an old reference. I liked it, though. You did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get a participant in here. We have a bunch of people piping in. Let's see who is number... Oh, do we know this person? I don't think we do, or maybe we do. Coder J. Let's see, Coder.
Oh, hi, Coder J. I know Coder J.
I feel like
online. Anyway.
I just wonder if we've had him in here before. Oh, whoops. Add. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Hopefully this will work, and we got a new contestant on our hands. Hi, Coder J. Have we had you on before?
Like 5 states and 3 years ago.
Oh my lord!
It
Nice.
sounds like the Gettysburg
5
Address.
states.
5 states and 7 years ago.
What kind of states? Like solid, gas? What kind of states were you in?
Yeah, what 5 states were you in?
Plasma.
Yeah, plasma. Okay, great.
Plasma. Perfect. That's my favorite.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm really happy to have you here, even though it's been that long. It feels like brand new. Brian, will you explain to 5-state Bill here what Coder J what he might win today if we pull this off correctly?
It's time to play the Tadpooly Feud. I've surveyed the tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. Coder J, it is your job. No, I'm sorry, it's their job. I'm not even to your job yet. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Coder J, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes this memory stick duo adapter from Sony. Good luck using it with anything
Ever.
Ever.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Longer than an SD card, and 1% is useful.
Yep.
You also get a copy of Narcosis and Conflicts Revolutionary Space Battles.
Oh, that's a good one. I played that.
Conflicts.
Oh, it's because they're convicts. Is that the
No.
Is that the deal? No, there's no T. It's like flicks is in net.
Yeah,
no,
like-
not
like
Netflix,
movies, like,
movies, flicks.
Yeah, the other thing. Another thing I can't think of. Well, that's great. All of this could be yours if you but win. I guess we have to figure out which one of us is smart.
Butt win. I don't know what you have to do for that.
Yeah. No kidding. There is no butt winning.
Let's get to your game while I put this memory stick duo back in the trash can where it belongs. All right. We asked 436 tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. This is going to be a fun one. We asked, what's your favorite one-hit wonder song from the 90s? Scott.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down. That's called oh shit.
Gotta remember also.
I need the name, don't I?
Is
No,
what the tadpole
I'm
thinks.
eventually going to give it to you, but right now I want you to try and come up
Okay,
with it.
but Chumbawamba's the band, right?
That's right, yeah.
And the song is Tub Thumping. That's it.
There it is, tub thumping.
Tub-
Show me
Thumping.
tub thumping. So like,
Oh, it's number
like
one.
Brian had something number one answer on the board. Yeah,
Oh, so
everybody's
I guess that
favorite
decides
one-hit
it.
wonder from the 90s for sure.
All right. Sweet.
Nicely done.
So me and
All right,
Coder
well,
J, man, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
That's exactly what it means. Yeah, you and Coder J working together. 9 answers still on the board. Let me hit the button here. There we
Coder
go.
J,
Now you
that
should see
Shiny red button.
Coder J, how do you feel about the Macarena? Macarena.
Ooh. Yes, no, it's macaroni. You had it. the first
Mecca,
Mecca?
Mecca.
Something like that.
Mecca hi,
time.
Mecca honey ho.
Yeah. What do you
There you
think
go.
in your
Thanks.
five state journey? How much Macarena did you hear?
Well, I've gone to a few weddings and it's almost always there.
All right.
Why not?
Let's do it. Let's pick it. Macarena, please.
All right, show me the Macarena and cheese. Number 6. By the way, I was thinking about
Don't macarena me.
little audio clips of each of these, but then it's like, oh yeah, YouTube, wouldn't be a fan of this. So
No.
Oh man, now we get things we
we
get.
could sing it.
Sure.
Macarona.
Yeah.
Numma, 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 numma.
Now that I think about
Hey,
it,
Macarena.
I really don't know what they even say. All right. Do you have
Somebody needs to make a mashup.
do you know what do you have an idea there, Coder J, on another one?
How about Hanson?
Oh, Mbop.
The one. I got that one.
Yeah.
Scott's it come right out of Scott's mouth.
Well,
oh, mbop. Yeah, mbop.
Admittedly, it's because we were just talking about this. Brian just the other day was talking about how great Hanson's music is, and no one knows it because they get stuck on Mbop.
Exactly.
But let's go with that. I like it.
Sure. All right. Show me bop. Bop, chwap, boo, bop, biddy, bop,
Damn.
bop.
2000. Is that 2000s? Early 2000s?
No, 90s.
Well, it's in the list is number 17, regardless.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was 90s. I could
I
be
think
wrong.
it was 90s.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Late 90s, something like that. Yeah.
Leslie, who is a big fan, like me, of Hanson, well, more of a fan of Hanson than me, says Hanson was not one hot wonder. Now I think I know what she
because
means.
they went more.
Yes, there was Miles from Nowhere. Or was that just the album? There was another. They did have another single. So.
Yeah. Plus, they're just Brian's point from last week stands. They're a good band that people don't appreciate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Brian, that means it goes over to you. Name a one-hit wonder. People, the Tadpool's favorite one-hit wonder song from the 90s.
They did say favorite. Which is a weird way to say it, right?
Because I didn't want to just say name a one-hit wonder song from the 90s. I want, this is a popularity contest.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to take Lou Bega out for a ride and see if we can get some Mambo number 5.
Yeah, this used to be your theme, by the way. The original Perez Prado song that Lou Bega used to make Mambo number 5 was your theme song.
Name another Lou Bega song. Quick.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I'll wait.
I can barely name that one.
Yeah.
Show me Mambo number 5.
What?
Yeah, I know. Surprised me too. Mambo number 5, number 21.
But it's in all the movies from the 90s as well. That's how I'm doing it.
I know. Yeah, you got to think of like when they do a flashback and they really need to show that it's the 90s. What songs are going to be playing? Yeah.
It's like that Blur song that ends up in every trailer back then. Same thing. Although, you know what? We could do that Blur song. I wonder if anyone did the Blur song. But they're not.
I know that song, by the way, is Monica's favorite song, by the way.
Oh, no, little Monica in my life. Of course it is.
Yeah, sure.
You mean Gorillas, Proto Gorillas? Is that what you mean? Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Blur.
What?
Blur.
Blur. Oh, Blur. No, I'm talking about how all the trailers used Blur back then. They used that woo song. And then
I know
it was easy to think that Blur only had one hit, but that is also not true. Blur had lots of good music. All right. I can't think of anything. Coder J, save us. I can't think of a thing here.
Coder J.
Well, how about Ice Ice Baby?
Oh shit! Of course. Duh. Yeah. Oh, we can have some fun in the rap zone here.
That was 80s, but the rap zone.
Skip that zero and get with the hero.
That was early. That was early 90s, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it early 90s? I thought it was still the 80s. Okay.
Look,
I stand corrected.
Look, Mister, forgot what decade it is. Kiss my butt. All right, let's go with that. Let's try that.
My butt.
All right. Show me Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby. Number 10.
Them is some good points.
TV's Travis, I believe you're confirming that song came out in 1990?
Well, that counts.
Yep.
We call that.
Are we ever going to watch Cool as Ice, the movie?
No, but we'll watch the Turtles, where he'll give us some. Turtles 2. I believe
we already watched it, didn't we?
Yeah, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
I thought we did too. Did we not see that one?
I thought we did.
Confirmed, not one hit wonder. We also had Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
I don't know if I would call that unfortunate.
That's like saying that Cyndi Lauper had a hit with Goonies Are Good Enough.
Sure.
That's hilarious.
All right. Well, then. Oh, geez. I don't like how low that is on the list.
I know.
Really?
It's kind of scary,
points,
right?
Well, no, I like the points. I don't like the implication of where it landed, because it means that if that one made it that low, what else is going to be higher?
Sure.
Oh my gosh! Give me some one-hit wonders in my head.
This list is great.
There's probably so many. What's the take my shirt off one? It's too sexy for my shirt.
Oh,
that guy.
Dang it, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm too sexy for my love. Right said Fred.
That's right. He says I'm totally sexy.
Right.
Too for my shirt.
Too sexy for his shirt, guy. That one.
Show me. It's too sexy for my shirt. Yeah. Number 4, right said Fred. A band that took their name from another British song.
Too sexy for my shirt.
That's a stupid song.
Too sexy for my hair.
Yeah.
Too sexy down there.
Yeah. He had no.
Did Coder J fall asleep?
You over there? Are you okay there,
buddy?
buddy?
All right, good.
Just let people talk.
Yeah, no.
All right, good.
Oh, sorry, Coder J. We do tend to.
We're a bunch of loudmouths. Yeah,
I do that when Tom's on, Coder J. That's exactly.
We should do a podcast where we just talk.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just talk? Sure.
Should you make this a podcast? Let's do this. I like it.
Let's make this a podcast. We should record. We are so funny. We should be recording this.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, Coder J, how do you feel about? I don't think the timing might be exactly right, but I just have a feeling somebody did at least one of the 2 Smash Mouth hits. Either Somebody Once Told Me that one, or maybe the remake of the monkey song, but probably more likely the Shrek thing.
Make it the monkey
and Shrek
song.
came out in 2001.
I'm a believer.
What's that one?
Oh, I'm a believer. That's right. It's actually a decent cover. It's all right. It's an okay cover.
Right. It's an okay cover. You know what?
Okay.
I'll give it to Smash
Don't
Mouth. that
argue with cover, Bill.
That they made it their own.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
There you go.
Their own just happens to not be very good, but they made it their own.
So let's give it a shot. Let's go with somebody once told me the world's gonna roll me. I can't remember. Oh, Hey Now You're a Rock Star. Is that the song?
Yeah, let's call it. Hey, now
Sing
you're
all
a
the
rock
lyrics
star.
and see if you just hit the title.
show me. Hey, now you're a rock star.
Oh, boo!
The song is called All Star, and I think just because, it tied for 57th. Only one person suggested. I think because Smash Mouth had I'm a Believer, had Walking on the Sun.
A few.
Might as well be walking on the sun. Can't get enough of you, baby. You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Another cover, by the way.
Yeah, those were all hits, sort of. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They all count
They
as
were a few hit wonder.
hits.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, you know, back to Dunaway then, I
Back
guess.
over to Brian. Still 6 answers on the board.
When you started talking about being sexy, I actually was thinking that you was going to go with I Touch Myself.
Oh, sure. The Divinals. The wonderful Christina Amphlett.
That's
Rest in
definitely
peace.
80s, isn't it?
Is that 80s?
I mean, I don't know. I thought I was in high school when that was happening. But I could be wrong. I could
There's
be wrong.
a whole bunch of songs I'm getting blurred. Blur.
I don't know.
I should have said blur. Dang it.
I don't know why I'm helping you, but
Let's go blur.
You're not doing blur. Do the other one. I like the other one. Do it.
I'm not doing blur. Don't tell me I can't.
All right, you do what you want.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Touch myself.
All
Touch
right,
myself.
Touch yourself.
Please keep saying it so we have a good, clean one to clip out.
Yeah. Touch myself. It's not on the board. I'm going to go touch myself.
Okay. Show me the Divinals. Too busy touching themselves.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
When was that
1990.
one?
That one came out.
90.
So
Okay,
that did fit. Amazingly, not in the list at all, which is such a bummer. It might be because Divinals did have another hit, maybe.
A few.
Yeah.
A few. But not that you think of.
Not nearly as big as I Touch Myself, but
Right.
got me to say it. Whatever. All right, back to you.
Oh, man.
Back to you, Scott and Coder J.
I feel like we're in a bit of a bind here. Shit.
Man, there's a lot of good places up there. There's just so many one-hit wonders throughout them. That's a whole decade of possible one-hit wonders and all.
Yeah,
all
but when you
genres.
look at this list, it's like this is clearly why this is the list from the Tadpole. I mean, not necessarily because it's the list from the Tadpole, but like this is. You can't argue with a single song on this list being on this list.
I think I got one.
Well, don't say it yet.
It's too bad.
I'm going to forget it. I'm trying to remind myself.
You got pens at your office?
Stop saying words.
What's the one MTV always used at the end of the reality shows when people had to leave? It was like
You gotta get out of here.
No.
It's a band I've seen in concert every time they come to town.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know exactly what you're talking
Let
about.
me picture it. Because it was either Time of Our Life or whatever from Green Day. They're not a one-hit wonder. Or it was
or this other one.
Or this other one.
Was absolutely the one that they used.
Like at the end of like Road Rules that year.
Yep.
Be
When
like,
they all parted ways after they parked the Winnebago and got the smell of Theo Van out of it.
Shit. Closing time's like a bar. It's closing time.
Ooh, closing time. Exactly right. A song about birth and the being in the womb.
Right.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that what that's
Really
about?
is. Yeah.
No way.
That's exactly. Yeah. You won't. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Love
something
that song.
about your brothers and your sisters come. Like it's.
I didn't
it's
know
all
this.
about the process of being in the womb. Yeah.
Absolutely wild to hear that. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Semisonic, freaking great band, and them and the band that kind of spawned them, Trip Shakespeare. Show me enough talk, Brian. Show me closing time.
Right.
Oh, man.
I've forgotten the one I was going to go with, but Scott saying that reminded me of another one. So that's good. I did totally forget what the crap was it.
18. It should be higher because that's such a great hit. But they did have another hit with All About Chemistry, and they'd have some other hits from that second album. That first album, though, with that one song, Closing Time, was big.
Yeah, and it's not even their fault. Everybody else just licensed it and used it. It's not their fault.
Yes, I know. And it did. It was. MTV used it any time a show ended.
Yeah, it was really annoying. And they kind of ruined the Green Day song, too. I kind of like Time of Your Life for I don't know. They ruined it. They used it with everything. Yeah. Hope you had the time of your life. I'm like, I'm never going to see Puck again. So stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I think Puck was kicked off Real World before either Closing Time or Time of My Life.
Yeah,
I don't know what they would have used for him.
He was the first. He was the first hate.
The first reality show villain, for sure.
Yeah, he was.
That show was probably...
I can't believe he stuck his fingers in the peanut butter.
That was a good Pedro. Right. That was good.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, Brian's been holding a Pedro impression.
I've been holding a Pedro impersonation all these years.
Holy shit. All right. Well, I guess it's up to Brian to see if he can do anything here, because...
Yeah,
we're out.
Brian, you need some major points. You need 22 points to yank these prizes out of Coder J's hands.
Dude, I'm a little nervous about this one, but this one is the one that like constantly comes up in rotation around her house, and I can't. It's only one other song I could think they did, and that was the Four Non Blondes. What's going on? And I say,
what's going on? What's going on?
I'm not even going to argue with the fact that you gave me the wrong song title because I know what you mean.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. What's up going on? Is it what's up? What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. I won a box of CDs and a boombox from a radio station for knowing that it was What's Up and not What's Going On, because it was one of these.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of these like 6 really short song clips, and then you had to identify the songs. And I would try and call in, and every time somebody else would get through, they would get, 3 of the 6 songs right, and then it got up to 4 of the 6 songs right, and they'd keep adding prizes to it, and finally got up to people were guessing all 6 songs, getting 5 of them right because they kept saying What's Going On, and finally I got through and said I pushed the glasses up my nose and said it's What's Up by Four Non Blondes.
It's What's Up.
Yeah. It was the only time
is married to what's her face from the Roseanne show.
Exactly. It was the only time ever, and I won a lot of prizes on the radio station of these. That would be a good topic to talk about one of these times, but we had it down to calendars of when we were eligible to win on this radio station and when we were eligible to win on this other one. But it was the only time in all of the winnings I had on radio stations where they actually drove the prizes to my house and brought them to me, because it was a big box of CDs. Probably most of stuff on this list, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say the entirety of this list. All right, Brian, it's up to you to try to win it or clear it.
Let's see what you got. Show me What's Up
points?
by the Four Non Blondes. I know we're finally getting to the actual game part of the game. Number 2 answer on the board.
Number 2.
Only worth 2 points, but at least this won't be a shutout.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Still got 5 songs left on this list.
And a single strike.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. 11.
There's a couple of them I'm struggling with, since Scott can't guess anymore, I guess I can kind of just talk. Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a really good one. Yeah, we should have thought of that.
Who Let the Dogs
That may have been early 2000s, but I don't think anyone remembers.
That's what I was trying to remember, because it was kind of late 90s if it was still in the 90s.
What a stupid song, dude.
I don't feel like I don't feel like
and offensive too, because it was written about women at the bar that as the night goes on.
Oh, really?
The hot ones get taken. And
as if I thought I couldn't hate that song anymore.
I want Ibbott to start a second podcast called "What the F Did It Mean?" And
I actually did. I had one for a while called Lyrics Undercover, and I want to bring it back because it was basically, it took a song every episode and said, here's how the artist came about. Here's how he came up with the idea for this song. Here's what the lyrics mean. And it was a long show to produce, but took quite a while. But the episodes are still out there. Lyrics Undercover.
Since I'm embarrassingly behind, is there any way you can kind of like, make some noises when I say a few things?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll make some noises when you say a few things.
Sure. Like who let the dogs out? Maybe some presidents of the United States. Maybe some peaches.
Oh, peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
Now, the one I know that we listen to a lot around here because my significant other loves it is can I say bitch? I'm saying bitch. I think I'm going to go with
She's a bitch. She's a bitch. That's the one. That's the song.
Meredith Brooks had a couple of other songs, but that's the one that everybody really remembers.
Try it. See if it's in there.
All right. Are we going with Bitch by Meredith Brooks?
Let's go with the bitch. I'm a lover. I'm your.
Yeah, definitely read more lyrics. Perfectly.
Yeah. Please keep going.
Yeah.
Show me, bitch.
Oh man.
Number 25 in the list. Again, should have been higher because I think that is a good.
You made Brian say "Show me, bitch."
Show me, bitch.
That's the best part.
Right. It's another thing you'll hear me yell in the car. Show me, bitch.
Show me, bitch.
Bitch. You think you can let me in? Show me, bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Blunt.
Let's figure out what the hell is the rest of this on the rest of this list. Number 3. The Proclaimers. I'm gonna be 500.
500.
That's another Shrek thing we could have dived into there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They did that on Shrek 1.
Number 5. I'm a Barbie girl.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie girl, of course. I really feel like that's a 2000 song. Jesus,
number 7 is one of my favorite one-hit wonder songs of the 90s. Steal My Sunshine.
I love that song. That song's great.
It is still a summer bop.
That's a one-hit wonder that is underrated as a. I mean, we're not sick of it. We liked it. It was good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we could hear it today, and we're not going to say, "Oh, this thing."
Yeah, that beat, that don't.
Exactly. Which came from More by the Andrea True Connection, a disco song from the 70s.
Holy shit! That more. Don't know how you like it.
How do you like it?
Yeah. See, we got a little lyrics undercover going on right here. This is great. Well, I guess not lyrics, but
more reason for me to bring that show back. Number 8. Oh, come on. There we go. Clicked it. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Did you guys even talk about this and dismiss it? I don't know if you did or not.
We didn't, but this is the song. You probably know. I've talked about this before. This is the song that me and my kids would wail in the car. Just go for it.
I said, what about?
Yeah, and they loved it. Like, this is still a tradition. We'll get together at Thanksgiving. My grown-ass adult children and I will just belt into this song all the time. We love this song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
A lot of people shouting out number 9 here in the chat room. Flagpole Sitter.
Oh, Flagpole Sitter. That was hard. That was such a great one.
Wait, hum me some bars.
That thing the whole summer.
But I'm not well. I'm not so high that I'm in hell.
That's actually kind of a fun song. I like that one.
It's a great song. It's another one that again, this is a great list. You look at this list and it's like, yeah, there's no song in this list that doesn't belong up here. Your bonus was Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Oh.
Which might have been 89. I'm not sure.
I swear, yeah. I feel like Ice Ice Baby felt more 80s than it did 90s, but whatever.
Just running down a few from this list because it is a long list. No Rain by Blind Melon, Bittersweet Symphony, You Get What You Give, New Radicals, another song, another underappreciated song that was really good. Zombie, Cranberries, they linger dreams.
Yeah, they have other
Cranberries
hits.
Would like to have a word with you about.
It is a massive hit, and it overshadows the other stuff. But you're right. They deserve better.
1992, Baby Got Back. Thank you, BioCal. God, I thought that was earlier than that.
So did I.
When was
Blue? Dabba Doo.
Dabba Doo. That's got a resurgence with that remix version of it that everyone
does. Yeah. Informer by Snow, Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
Sex and Candy.
Oh, that whole album. Let me tell you something.
It's so good.
Oh, you don't even know. You've heard this Sex and Candy a million times, everybody. If you have avoided the rest of that Marcy Playground debut album, you are missing out. Even today, you're missing out. It's so good. Oh, my gosh.
That Thing You Do, the song by The Wonders from the movie of the same name. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light.
Groove is in the Heart. That was what I forgot. It doesn't matter when we have points.
Lady Miss Care.
Yeah, dude.
Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. They're actually going to be touring this summer with Semisonic.
Yeah, I like them. I had a bunch of their CDs. I like them.
Yeah. Jump Around by the House of Pain. By the Crash Test Dummies. One
you
of Us
just
by...
murdered that.
Well, I'm not going to go...
Look, even Brian likes to sing the songs, but that's one that, why would, when you just say it the way it's written.
There was a kid
who. But his Kryptonite Superman song, is it just called Superman?
Yeah.
I love that
good.
song.
Well, no, that's a different song.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I
a good
love that.
song.
I'm saying
Yes,
they're not a
Superman
one-hit.
song.
These are not a one-hit wonder band to me.
Afternoons and Coffee Spoons also was a hit for them, a radio hit. So
Yeah, they're good.
More than one hit for the Crash Test Dummies. Torn by Natalie Imbruglia, a
that's a
cover, by the way.
She's huge though. but-
Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus.
Oh, that's my favorite of all the ones you've said. I love that song.
Yeah.
That's making a big comeback. Everybody loves that
It
song
is.
right
Song
now.
rocks.
Totally is.
So good.
Wonderwall. I think Oasis might argue that they have more hits than
Oasis
one.
is a huge band.
They'd probably
Yeah,
argue. They'd probably argue with each other, but
They would argue just period.
yeah, they just get mad and leave.
Just a couple more here. Fade Into You by Mazzy Star. Fantastic song.
I love her. And you know what? Her name's not Mazzy Star. That's the name of the band. Good luck.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Good luck.
It's true. Don't send your emails to Mazzy. She won't answer.
Miss Star.
One Headlight by by Bob
yeah,
Dylan's
really
son, Jacob Dylan was the
was he?
Wallflowers was the band.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Wallflowers is
Yep.
great.
He's a complete unknown now. Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America. I think Lump might argue with them being a one-hit wonder.
Was that a radio hit?
Yeah.
I loved Lump. I love that
was
whole
a way
album.
bigger hit than Peaches.
Yeah,
really?
Lump was
Had a Weird Al
massive.
song.
Yeah, that's
But Peaches was featured in King of the Hill, so I never a Lump though.
well.
Never Lump.
I don't think that's the litmus test
It's
for.
not the bellwether for what's a hitter.
Yeah. I mean, Lump was overplayed, man. That
Ask
thing
how
was-
many people remember Lump versus people who remember Peaches. I bet you.
I'll ask people. We'll ask people that. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
we'll
ask
definitely
people.
ask people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Two Princes. Again, Spin Doctors had two really big hits. Let's see, Two Princes, one that says "Go Ahead Now." The other one was "Pocket Full of Kryptonite" or something like that.
Oh yeah, Pocket Full of Kryptonite was good. Yeah.
No, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. That was their other big hit.
Oh,
Yep.
Little Miss can't. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right, that's enough. This list is huge.
Was there any Fiona Apple in there? Because she had so many great hits, but
Fiona Apple?
she's just totally. She was just totally
like
90s for me.
Criminal was her big first one, but she had enough after that. Nobody said any Fiona Apple.
She's still doing really sad,
She's still doing stuff.
stage song stuff. She's great. I like her.
She is great.
I wish she was mainstream again.
Oh yeah,
though.
Jimmy Olsen's Blues. Thank you, BioCow and TV's Travis. Yeah, no kidding.
Jimmy-
That guy, lead singer Kevin. Oh, I'll never remember it. He had major throat surgery or some problem for a while and got it taken care of and is now back to singing. Thankfully.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris
there,
Barron,
no,
thank
but
you,
we
BioCow. Yeah.
there you go. Then we've got ourselves a winner.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. How do you feel about your big winner there? Your big win there, Coder J.
Big winner.
How do you feel about your big wiener? How's that feel? Brian, you should remind Coder J what he's won. I think that'd be
Yeah,
good.
you're getting a copy of Narcosis and Conflicts, Revolutionary Space Battles.
Nice. You're going to have a great time with all of this. I can promise you that. Give us a one-word response to your fantastic play today.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay, that's good. That's good.
That's real good. Hey, Dunaway, you know what's going to happen? You and I are going to see each other again on Friday. Twice this week, there's a Play Retro. Last week, we did the Space Unit deal thing there. And we're doing the SX.
We did Space Quest.
Space Quest. This week, we're doing the SSX games. So we're going to talk about a little more modern, but still retro, still older than 20 years. And we're going to talk about SSX 1 through 3. Or Tricky, I guess.
We're going downhill, baby.
Yeah, Tricky came after 3, I guess.
Tricky was Tricky on there. Run DMC. That was
Tricky was not.
Right?
Tricky might have been. Oh, it's Tricky by Run DMC. No, Run DMC again. Walk This Way. It's Tricky. What's the? Give a quarter and you order small fries, Big Mac. You be illin'.
Yeah, you be illin'. My Adidas.
Can you scream?
Yeah. I used to love
that. Wasn't Tricky. That Tricky was later, right? Was that after? Oh wow, that was gets older than I remember.
If I would have known Brian, that was late 80s. If I'd have known Brian in the late 80s, I would have said to Brian, "Oh man, have you heard that hot new hit? Walk This Way by Run DMC, and they're working with Steven Tyler, and Brian would say, that's a cover of the Steven Tyler Aerosmith song to begin with.
And I would have had to say that. That seemed like a pretty obvious one.
See, and to me, I didn't know. I heard the Run DMC one, and I thought it was original. I didn't know. I really didn't.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That's an embarrassment for me. I'll admit it. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? I said to myself. I said,
by association.
Well, anyway, Dunaway, it's going to be great. Play Retro wherever you get your podcasts, and come listen to us live. We'll be at frogpants.tv at 1:30 Mountain Time on Friday. So look forward to that. Kiss our butts. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, very late, we will get Tom Merritt. He will join us and talk some tech. We'll also have Randy after that, so stick around for all that after this song.
For sure. Sorry, apologies out to Tom for how late we are, but that's all right. We're going to Los Angeles for this one. Los Angeles, but these guys are originally from Atlanta. An indie pop rock trio named Coil, Koyal. You're going to love this. And their song is called Gravity. Their brand new album, Breathe In, Breathe Out, is available now. Go get it now. This is their second album, and it's really, really good. Here's Coil and Gravity.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet, a place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
For spacemen and Earth families.
Okay, we're back. And tell me who that was again, please.
Sure. That is the band Coil, Koyal, from the brand new album, Breathe In, Breathe Out, a song called Gravity.
Freaking-tastic.
Darn right it is, yes.
All right. Tom Merritt incoming. That I can guarantee. Well, I don't know if I can guarantee anything, but I think he's coming.
I feel like there's some things in life that are sure things, and this feels like one of them.
Tom's a sure thing.
Isn't technology wonderful?
It is. He would agree. He covers it every day. He must like technology, or else he wouldn't cover it so much. Tom Merritt, how do you feel about that statement? You think that's true?
I hate technology.
Yeah, just not a fan.
I say that because I was just putting my monitor down, because it can go up and down, and it turned off.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Something underneath it that hit the power button or something?
No, I think it's just the cable came loose.
I mean, the fact that we can still hear you means, is it still piping through that?
Yeah, everything else is still plugged in. It's just the monitor got loose.
Oh, that ain't good.
Yeah.
Oh, you back?
This is what it looked like when Tom is your limo driver and you push the button for the privacy screen to go up.
Yeah.
Well, here's your problem.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. That cable falling out, that'll do it every time. I have that same problem. This monitor right here, I have the loosest connection to power, and I don't know why. It came with it, so it's its own power cable, and it's just so gingerly in there. It's going to come out anytime.
I'll fix that in a minute. Yeah, but pardon me if I consult my notes to the left.
Yeah, not to worry
totally
at all.
Fine.
Speaking of notes to the left, that sounds like a fun show title.
Notes to the
everything left. You own in a box to the left.
Yeah, I like that. Tom, what's going on in the world of tech? There's got to be something going on in our world.
Well, Scott, I'm going to make you happy and just do Apple stories. What do you say?
Sweet, let's do it. I'm
bad boy.
I'm steeped in their ecosystem. I did see, so that I'm sure you're going to bring it up, but that M4 Studio, I don't need an upgrade. All right, I'm doing great. I have a Studio Max 1, whatever the hell it was called, and it is already way more than I need to do what I'm doing. So I don't need it, but I have to admit, you hear anyone say M4 and I go, oh, tell me more. But anyway,
you don't want the M4 Studio, Scott. You want the M3 Ultra Studio.
Oh, is that what I want? Because is it performing better or what?
But that's a lower number.
It's a lower number. It's a weird thing, but let me explain why. The M3 Ultra is a better processor than the M4 Max. What the Ultra does is marries two Max processors together with what you call an interposer.
Internet.
So with the internet, no, an interposer, that means they can act as one.
Okay.
So if you were to get the M4, you would get 16 cores in your CPU and 40 cores in your GPU. Not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Sure.
If you get the M3 Ultra, now I know the number is one less, but focus on the Ultra, you get 32 cores in your CPU.
Wow.
And 80 cores in your GPU.
That's
and 24
so many
of
more
those
cores.
24 of those cores are performance cores, not efficiency cores.
Okay.
So you are talking about mesh shading, hardware accelerated ray tracing. They have this thing called dynamic caching on the M3 Ultra, where it can keep frames and other data locally in the cache better, so that there's lower latency. It's a beast. Also has a 32-core neural engine, support for up to 16 terabytes of storage.
Jeez.
I mean, that's going to cost you.
Wow.
And how about this? Configure it with unified memory of 512 gigabytes of RAM.
That's a lot of
512 gigabytes of RAM.
That's
Dang.
so much
Yeah.
RAM, and also would cost you your house. You'd have to have a second loan.
Yeah. Right.
Sure. So you won't have a place to live, but you'll have an M3 Ultra Max.
It'll keep you
studio.
nice and warm.
Boy, can you file for unemployment with blazing speed.
That's right.
But at least I have a computer.
Yeah. That's interesting.
The M3 Ultra starts at $3,999. That's obviously not going to get you all those terabytes and gigabytes of RAM and all of that. But you know, it is a beast, and it's going to be confusing because people are going to go, well, wait, why has that one got an M3 and this one's got an M4? They've been lagging behind on the Ultra. The M2 Ultra, if you remember, didn't come out until the M3s had already started to come out as well. So they may skip an M4 Ultra at some point. I don't know. They've talked about the fact that not every generation will have an Ultra. Right now, the M4 is the only one that doesn't have an Ultra, and then there is the M4 Max Studio, which is good. It's great as well. But don't get confused by those generation numbers.
Part of the reason I got an M1 Max was because it was outperforming the M2, just the regular M2 Studio at the time. And that's why I made a decision. Yeah, I'll do this and I'll save a little money on this version. Plus, somebody was giving me a great deal, which helped. But yeah, that's good to know. Like pricing for the M4 is what in comparison? What does it start at?
It starts at $1,999.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna pay. Yeah, the numbering's just stupid.
It is. It's like Super New Mario Brothers Deluxe Plus.
That's a good way of looking at it. Somebody called
It's an
Tim
interesting
Cook.
example of Apple naming things for engineering reasons versus marketing reasons, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Which they don't normally do. But
Good reason. Yeah.
it is technically, two M3 Max chips, so you can't call it. I mean, you could. They could absolutely do that, but engineering wise, you're like, well, you can't call it M4. It's two M3s. And some marketing person's like, well, let's call it M6. That's 3 plus 3. And the engineers are like, no, it's an M3. It's the Ultra in the M3 line. I don't care if this confuses people. That's what it is. And they won the argument in the chip. I suppose they think when people come in to buy a Mac Studio, most people, not us, but most people are just going to say, give me what's the most powerful one? What can it do?
Right. And they won't care about the number until, or ever.
Yeah, maybe
until
ever.
They see, wait a minute, there's an M4.
Yeah.
Why didn't you give me the M4?
Should I wait for the M5? Like, here's
let me get my manager, sir. Hold on.
Here's the thing. I'm just surprised Ken Federighi didn't walk in there, pull his pants up way high, and go, I can make this work. You know what I mean? Like, seems like a possibility.
You do get Thunderbolt 5 on all 6 ports on the M3 Ultra Studio. You only get them on the 2 rear ports of the M4 Max. So that's something you can point to. It's like, this one has all Thunderbolt 5. Yeah. This one only has 2 Thunderbolt 5. They also kept 2 USB-A ports on both models.
Oh, 2 on both. Well, that's actually probably good. People complain when they take that stuff off. So
I know. I do like having at least
not having to use a dongle. Yeah.
I know, because I have this stupid piece of crap sitting here, which is an A to C that I don't want to have to put here, but I have to keep it right here.
Yeah, same problem.
Every time I want to use something.
I have basically, so I have my two A's full. I have my 2 A slots full. That doesn't make it better.
Or something.
On the back?
Yeah, on the backs, obviously. And then I've got this front stuff. And what's funny is the front stuff, this all sounds dirty. Why am I saying it the way I'm saying it? I'm doing some front stuff here.
2 girls, 2 A's, 1 what?
1 battery. I don't know. I made it worse even somehow. I have some external drives up front, and they both shipped with the little adapters, right? They're both C's, and they shipped with A adapters. So now I've got a combination of those adapters, and I hate the dongle cute.
I mean, yeah, exactly, right? Like just trying to explain it is almost as bad as using it.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Exactly.
But that's
there's
not all.
those really two convenient ports in the front, but it's like, yeah, I want 2 USB-Cs and maybe 1 A would be nice just for all of the thumb drives that I still have to use for things.
I do like that they put a SD reader in the front. I like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I do
SD
like
card
that.
reader stays around too. Headphone jack stays around. HDMI port stays around.
Those are all good. And they didn't add any ports. Same ports as the previous models, as far as you know.
Same ports except for Thunderbolt 5.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Faster
Thunderbolt 5
protocol.
support. It's still a USB-C shaped port, but it's Thunderbolt 5.
No, that's cool.
2 on the back on the M4, all 6 on the M3 Ultra.
Now, hold me back from actually, because the one thing that's really tempting about this latest announcement is that that new Air, M4 Air MacBook.
I mean, that is really, there are two updates to the, 3. There are 3 updates to the M4 or M4 Air. One is that it has an M4. The other is a 12 gigabyte webcam. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. The center stage.
Oh, right.
12 megapixel center stage. Same one you get in the MacBook Pro is now on the MacBook Air. And Sky Blue is the 3rd update. Yeah.
Sky
You can
blue.
choose a sky blue color instead of just silver
that's
and
new.
gold.
I kind of like that.
And,
I haven't looked at
slate or space gray or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like space gray. More of that. Bring those back.
I do like space gray. Yeah.
Or the old black. Remember the
I like-
MacBooks that were black? They were plastic then, but those plastic MacBooks.
Yes.
I love
No,
those.
I had one of those. It was the dock. It was the PowerBook. God, it was PowerBook something dock. I guess they did have black ones after that, but it's that one that had the really cool G4 clamshell looking.
Oh
face to
yeah,
it.
the ones I'm thinking of are more squared out, but I think they called them. I think they were just called iBooks. Still, I think they still had the iBook name. I think, but I love the color choices, and I wish they would have. Look, I think aluminum is cool. I do. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But we've been doing that look for a while now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to beige.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Let's get some beige all
it is
up
retro.
in it.
You know that there's
there are a lot of clamshells you can buy.
Yeah.
You can buy those skins. They're kind of popular, but I don't think they look very good. Anyway, well, this is all great, Tom, as usual. Anything else that they dropped that you think's worth mentioning before we?
That's it. MacBook Air. Well, I mean, the iPad Air was yesterday, and that again is an upgraded chip, but also not the M4. And so, you know, if you're in the market for a tablet and you wanted the iPad Air size, you know, it's the 11 and 12 inch or 11, 13 inch, and that price point, go check it out. Oh, the other thing about the MacBook Air is it's cheaper, $100 cheaper than the previous generation. $999 for the 12 inch and $1,199 for the 15 inch to start.
That's surprising that they went, because that's
they
what they
lowered
used
the
to be,
price.
right? They used to be 1,000.
Yeah, they brought them back down to where they used to be.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. I like a good notebook, and I don't have a current one right now. I use my iPad for everything. So
I've got an M1 MacBook Pro, and I keep thinking like, man, M4s and M3s, and I'm like, it's fine.
they really are fast.
The M1 still screams. Like, it's not as fast, but it's still great.
I have this argument that some people don't agree with, but I would argue that Apple, for the first time in their existence, undersold and overperformed on the promises of the silicon stuff. And they have been they've been so good that I actually wonder if it's hurt their rollover sales because this stuff is lasting longer. People are happy with them longer. I mean, you're right. Like that's what I was saying about this new announcement about the studios. I just looked at my thing and said, "Oh, it's just got a 1 on it," and the word Max, big deal. But you know what? I am screaming fast on this thing.
No problems with it whatsoever.
Yeah, I got 0 issues, so I'm in no rush to do anything, and I wonder what that means.
The Mac sales have been strong, but I think that's people coming from x86 over to Apple Silicon. That is driving the sales. It'll be interesting to see once that saturates. You may be right that people are like, I don't need to get a new one anymore.
Yeah,
I can keep this for years.
Yeah, they make great hardware. That's never been an issue. We keep them longer than I do PCs anyway. But I don't know. You've over delivered, Apple. And I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying yes, keep doing that.
Yeah, please continue to, because it brings prices down a little bit.
And that's why Apple is pivoting to services. Is they're like, we want you to keep your device for a long time, and pay for Apple One. That would be the ideal situation for them.
Yeah.
Is you're paying for music and news and fitness and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, anything going on in Tom's other parts of his life that you'd like to mention to the fine folks at home?
I need to plug my monitor back in. But we've had good Mobile World Congress coverage thanks to Jason Howell, who was over there in Barcelona. So if you haven't checked out Daily Tech News Show yesterday on the main show, Jason was reporting from Barcelona, talking about some of the trends he saw there. And on today's show, he's going to send us a dispatch from the Nothing Phone event. We already know the specs on the Nothing Phone, but a little bit of his hands-on experience and what he experienced at the launch event. And all that available at dailytechnewsshow.com.
Nice. I think all that sounds great. And I hope Jason doesn't. No, Spain's fine. They can drink the water. I don't know why I said that. It's a terrible thing to say. Tom Merritt, have a great day. I'll see you later on the Daily Tech News Show at 2 p.m. All right. Don't know why I went there. I don't want to imply that don't drink the water anywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Barcelona's fine. Barcelona's fine.
I mean, I've been to Mexico.
Barcelona.
I was told in China by the Chinese in southern China not to drink the water. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
They told me.
Nope. Yeah.
The locals. They said, don't drink the water, but eat this dog tongue.
Please.
Yeah. Jerks.
Exactly.
Bastards. All right. Let's get Randy in here. Let's get a little Randy, if you know what I mean. Let's see.
We're going to get a little Randy.
Get a little Randy, and we do that with this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Joining us now, we have Randy Jordan, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe, joining us for Recommendals today. Hello, Randy. How are you?
Good morning stream. I'm just, I've been sitting here like Jodie Foster in Contact, just muttering, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go.
Okay for go. Okay
I'm
for
ready
go.
to go.
Okay for go.
Okay for go.
It's basically, the Wednesday way now. Everything goes long. I don't know why, but it does.
That's Dunaway's fault.
I agree. 100% blame
It's
Dunaway.
the great music of the 90s fault.
Yeah, there you go. The great one-hit wonders of the 90s.
The great one-hit wonders of the 90s.
I am so amazed by people who want to have the argument, that's not a one-hit wonder, that's a two-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That argument, I couldn't care less about it. Like, just give me the music, pump the music into my veins. I love all that music.
Yeah, there's a reason they're hits in the first place, right? Some of them maybe don't hold up as well or got overplayed, but they're still hits. You know, they deserve the love they get. I'm telling you right now, Teenage Dirtbag, the reason that keeps coming up for every generation loving it is because it's so relatable. It's like watching Breakfast Club. It works for everybody. You all had this feeling of being awkward and weird in school, and the girl you really liked was going to give you no time of the day or the month, and then you find out later she actually likes you, and she also likes Iron Maiden, and you're going to go to Iron Maiden this Friday. Don't say maybe. I mean, come on.
Got 2 tickets.
She got two tickets, Brian. You know what those are going to cost? Even back then, it was expensive. Anyway, it's tube socks and all that. Randy, it's good to have you here. We're going to just talk about recommendals. Before we get into it, though, I would love for you to have a chance to just kind of do a little quick recap on your Oscars take and how you feel about the results and stuff.
That was a good Oscars. It wasn't mind blowing. I was really, really entertained. The opening with Cynthia and Ariana singing, it was absolutely stunning. And I was just like, could we just do this for 3 hours? Couldn't we just have great performances? But they really did not keep up with that pace.
I really miss hearing the songs in the different nominees for best original song. I miss hearing those in the show.
It's been years now, and I think we should. There's a couple of things we need to do for the audience for the Oscars. One is we need to start getting back to the performances for the audience, like the comedian on stage doing a few more jokes for the audience. And I really, really think they should pay attention to all the screeching about the in memoriam segment and just blow it out. Just make the biggest, longest in memoriam segment and like include everybody imaginable. They have no idea what the people at home are thinking about what's going on that show. The winners and losers were right on. I was amazed at how good this Oscars was. The one thing that surprised everybody was Best Actress, and all of the nominees were fantastic. So Big deal.
Yeah. I'm bummed that A Complete Unknown got shut out because I really enjoyed that movie and I would have liked to see it get something.
I've been asking people the question, why didn't A Complete Unknown win some Oscars? And the answer I keep getting is the people who are most suited to love that movie were mystified by the choice of Twink Chalamet as
Twink Chalamet.
Bob Dylan. They didn't see enough of what they remember from Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I prefer Bank Alt Chalamet. That's what I like to call it.
That movie
Xbox controller mod Chalamet.
Yeah,
that movie is a miracle. There's a reason it was up for Best Adapted. They took 10 hours of material, condensed it down to 2, and somehow told a compelling story. It was really amazing.
Yeah, I think it's just every year you got somebody who feels like they got the shaft, and a little bit, I put all my money on Conclave, partly because I hadn't seen everything, but also because I just thought it was incredible.
It was so good. Yeah, so you need to see. You still haven't seen Anora yet, right?
No, queued up though. It's on what did we say, Peacock or something? Paramount?
Peacock, I think. Yeah, and it's 473 F-bombs.
Yeah, lots of F-bombs. Oh my gosh,
which is just Tina over dinner.
Yeah, it's just Tina after a day of work. That's what we understand.
I like there were some classic jokes in the Oscars broadcast, freaking Lithgow is disappointed in you was just amazing. I went back and rewatched that over and over because it was so funny.
Yeah. Why didn't they use it? No, if they didn't use it during Brody, and I understand, it's a joke, early joke, they're not really going to use it, but they really should have used it during Brody. And if not during Brody, then the best original song where the two people where she started singing it and her partner up there is like, okay, I guess I'll join along. That's when they needed to cut to Lithgow.
Oh,
right.
100%.
And the best, and all the best jokes are the ones where Conan either wrote the joke or Conan really bought in on the joke. The musician Sandworm. Conan either wrote that joke or was very pleased. And
that was 100% a late night with Conan O'Brien 1990s gig, and I loved that.
It totally was.
Loved that. More of that. More silly, just be goofy. Bring him back out because you say this costume costs a lot, so we have to use him twice. That stuff's great. Stuff was great.
And as we've been saying repeatedly this award season, having when Harry Met Sally reunion on stage is always such a crowd pleaser. It was great. I'm so happy. Thank you for asking.
There you go. And
congratulations on your third place win. We're not going to say yet who won first place, but congratulations on your third place.
I am amazed at the two people
because I felt like I did really well. And
so wait, the two people that beat you, can you say second place, or we can't say who that is yet?
Well, I didn't remember them because I was. They aren't people that I'm like I hear from a lot.
I recognize their names. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great though.
Yeah, the way we structured the game was you had a choice between splitting your points or going all in, and I went all in on every single category.
Did you
I
really?
did not split a single one.
That's why. Okay, because I split my points on Best Picture between Conclave and Anora. I I put both on Succession boy Kieran Culkin. I knew he was going to get supporting because we want to hear his speeches again.
Yeah,
I will do one. Sean Bloom asked in the chat how he did. Bro, second to last. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
It's you came in 55th out of 56, and it feels like you were trying to.
No, Sean, look,
sorry.
all you do is start thinking about it the way I did. I'm like 36th or something on this list, and I think of each place as a point. So you almost won. You got second place because you got 56 points. Congratulations and well done. It's kind of like reading the stock market chart. But if it's a manga, then it looks like everything's going great right now.
The fact that you participated means you did better than hundreds, thousands of listeners that did not participate. So there you go.
Yeah, that sounds all right. Well, all right. Let's get to our recommendals. Things we've seen on streaming services that we think you find folks at home will enjoy. Brian, we're going to start with your clip. What do you have here?
This really surprised me. This kind of amazed me as something that I never heard anything about until I looked at a best movies of 2023 list. Yet you wouldn't find this. There was no mention of this at the Oscars. There was nothing. This is just really, really good, and it's a little sleeper thing that actually came out. Not 2023, 2024.
All right, here we go.
It's nice that.
I thought you were ready. Sorry.
You know what? I will say one thing. You're going to hear Proxima Midnight and Scarlet Witch talking to Poker Face. Okay.
All right, here we go.
It's nice that it's us. Just us. This is the way it should be. The way he would want it. I interrupted something. I'm sorry. How are you, Rachel? I feel like we haven't spoken since Thanksgiving. How are you?
I'm all good. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm good. That's basically it.
Well, she's definitely high. The whole place stinks like weed.
Yeah, I'm high. High as a mother. First thing I do in the morning is I roll a blunt, then I smoke at least 3 more throughout the day. You know why? Because that's how I do shit.
I don't care that you smoke weed. It's just not right to smoke it in the house when someone is sick.
My daddy doesn't mind. Trust me, I've been smoking around him all this time, and he never had an issue. In fact, he likes the smell. Told me more than a few times.
It's the smoke, not the smell. The man is dying. Just go outside.
Damn, it took you 5 minutes. 5 minutes, right? To just get in my shit. A second ago, it was how let's just get along.
Yes. Let's settle down. There's no reason for this to become an issue.
And for her just to take her shitty weed and smoke it outside.
Shitty weed?
I have no idea. I know that's Carrie Coon. You said Proxima Midnight and stuff, but I don't know what this is. What is this?
It's Carrie Coon, Elizabeth Olsen, and Natasha Lyonne in a film called His Three Daughters. They play the titular daughters. They are sisters who've grown apart from each other, who come back together to care for their father who's sick. This came out in September 2024 on Netflix, and hardly ever, I'd never heard anything about this until recently. And so Tina said, oh, well, let's watch it. Looks really good. And it is really, really good. Basically it is it feels like a play. I had to look and see if this is based on a play, because you spend the whole time in this apartment where Natasha Lyonne's character lives. She's kind of has the house where, or the apartment where her 2 sisters come to help take care of her dad, who she's been living with and kind of taking care of herself. And their 3 personalities just kind of take over. Carrie Coon, the oldest sister, very much the caregiver and took over since mom. The film rests on the performances of these 3 actresses who are 100% known quantities. You know how good all 3 of these actresses are, and none of them are phoning it in on this thing. Like, each one of them is acting their heart out, and it shows, and it's really, really good.
It looks awesome. I'm going to see this.
Yeah.
I watched this a few months ago. I totally forgot to recommend it. I would have beaten you to it, but it's just the 3 daughters are 40s and 30s. And so I find myself feeling very, very attached to the Olsen 30-something, the youngest daughter.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest child of 3, and it really spoke to me. I was kind of amazed at how much the whole film is regular people experiencing regular stuff, and you can really relate to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. It feels really, really real, and that's great. And the fact that so much of the film goes on without you ever seeing the reason that they're all there. The father in this other room that is kind of hidden for most of the film, as it would be in a situation where you're nervous and uncomfortable about going in there and confronting him and seeing him. It makes the audience take on that same emotion, that same feel of, no, the living room is more comfortable. I'm going to be out here, even though there's arguing and pot smell.
I'm a massive fan of the kind of Mammoth style closed space, like you say, like a play, like a 3-stage play.
Yeah, very claustrophobic
love that.
feel.
Yeah, I love that, and it's the kind of thing you wouldn't be surprised to see this maybe end up on a stage and then rotate
It
through.
So easily could be, and would be done very, very well.
Another comparison is Richard Linklater. It felt a lot like a Richard Linklater film to me.
Sure.
I might be misremembering it, right? Like as time is going by, but I found myself thinking of this movie while watching A Real Pain, because I couldn't help thinking about how difficult it is to write people and then have them act what you've written and it sound realistic. And like A Real Pain is like over and over, the main character who won for Best Supporting Actor was ridiculous. That category is so ridiculous. Anyway, the main character in A Real Pain keeps having these like mental episodes.
Yeah.
And it's not overplayed. It's not overstated. It's really realistic. And that's how I felt about the Three Daughters.
Sure. It looks awesome. Yeah. I want to see it. It didn't make really any kind of Oscar list because it was never theatrical. It never made it to theaters.
It did. It actually got a theatrical release in September of 2024, about 2 weeks before it moved on to Netflix.
Oh, there it is.
Same month.
Okay.
But it did, it won the Savannah Film Festival. Natasha Lyonne was nominated for a bunch of awards that she won, like the Greater Western New York Film Critics Association, the Chicago Film Critics Association. You feel her conflict so much in this film, and she never turns in a bad performance. Natasha Lyonne.
So I wonder how it works, because they had it does say there was a limited release in September, and then Ireland and Canada only got it in film festivals. There must be some limit.
There must be, because you'd think this would have gotten some,
or at least something
attention.
Like talk or whatever. Because the first time I'm hearing about it is today.
Yeah, same. Like it's funny how this thing slipped under the radar for so long. But anyway, his Three Daughters. It's on Netflix. It is brilliant and touching and so incredibly well acted and deserving of your eyes.
And it's fun to say the name of the filmmaker, Azazel Jacobs.
Azazel. Yes. How come we got Natasha Lyonne in the MCU? Then we'd have 3 MCU ladies in there.
I would have who would she? She would be she should be your squirrel girl.
Yeah.
Squirrel girl. What are you gonna do about it?
That's a great idea. That would be a very
control the cockroaches, but I'm actually controlling the squirrels.
I would be into that, dude.
I can't do her voice for a long time.
No.
Well, let's just pare that down to I can't do her voice.
All
right, let's move on.
Yeah, nailed it. Randy, let's get to your clip here. Set us up before I hit play.
It is Ash Wednesday. That has nothing to do with my recommendation here. I am just finding myself looking through a window into the world passing by as I try desperately to comfort myself with comfort food entertainment. And this is probably the most comforting comfort food entertainment I have ever known. I return to it time and time again over the last 20 years. I can't believe it's been 20 years. For this clip's a little bit long, but you're gonna want it. You're gonna by the time you get into it, you're gonna wish it goes on for an hour. This is a show that you can just put on anytime and feel good about the world.
I've never been to Rome. Never. All over the world, all around Italy. But Rome? No. I wanted to go, but little damn thing.
Well, that would be Anthony Bourdain doing shit.
Yeah, and this is no reservations, although it really runs together with Parts Unknown. The two different series aren't that different.
No.
No Reservations is much more about meeting up with chefs and talking about what they're doing, whereas Parts Unknown is a lot more just about the food styles in places. But like No Reservations has tons of episodes that he doesn't actually do what you just heard, which was the Rome episode, the beginning of the Rome episode of No Reservations. A lot of the episodes, you're like looking at a list of episodes and you're like, I'm going to watch the one on Lisbon, or I'm going to watch the one on Malaysia.
It's his one about Tokyo. That was why Tina and I made sure that we included that weird robot fighting restaurant in our trip.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Totally. Yeah, that's right. I forgot you found that
because we saw it on No Reservations. Like, oh, this is nuts. We have to see this.
Yeah. Was it as crazy as you thought it was going to be? Sorry, I can't remember what you said about it.
A little bit less crazy than I thought it was going to be. It was more a stage musical of Joseph and the Technicolor Kaiju kind of thing than
Sure.
Than an actual real robot fighting performance.
So the real mind-blowing thing here is that No Reservations started 20 years ago.
Yeah,
20 years ago. And 7 years ago since Anthony Bourdain died.
Mm-hmm.
And at the first couple of years after he died, I wasn't able to watch this kind of thing. And then the pandemic came along and I changed my mind on things like that. But 20 years ago, he was going to Vancouver and he was going to the Philippines. And it's still exactly as uplifting and invigorated and just beautiful as it ever was. I promise you, if you just go to the list of episodes and pick any one, you will have this wonderful, comforting feeling.
Yeah, it's a great show. That and his other one, you already mentioned it. I forgot the name. Parts Unknown. Is that it? Yeah.
Yes.
Both of those things together are just wonderful. And I think all of it, well, the show you watched is definitely on like two places, Hulu and Max, right? Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime and Max right now.
Prime and Max.
Oh, there it is. This thing
says, you see it on Hulu as well?
This says Hulu, but maybe it's wrong. It could be wrong. I don't know why it says it. On IMDb it says Hulu.
It's good that it is available in so many places because it belongs in places where anybody can see it no matter what streaming service they have. It's such a great, and to think of it as like, it's a food show. Yeah, it's so much more than that.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're into Better or Somebody Feed Phil or that thing that Stanley Tucci does, I forgot the name of it, the Italian one.
What was that?
If you like any of these things, I feel like you owe Anthony Bourdain some thanks because this format it's his. And they all lifted from that, really, or were inspired by it.
And the amazing thing about Anthony Bourdain is that he was a chef who professionally worked in kitchens for his 20s and 30s, and then realized at 40 years old that actually, no, he's a writer. He's a writer. He's a guy who writes better than anything else he does. And so when you're watching these shows, every word you hear was put down pen to paper by Anthony Bourdain. And that's just, he's what a miracle genius of a man. And again, it's so frustrating that he's gone because we could have gotten so much more of this kind of thing, but you get to go back and experience it again. And that's what I'm suggesting you do.
They're all good. Every one of these is good. We watch them all the time here too. So I'm glad to hear we have similar tastes in the Bourdain comfort food, as it were. Even the weird ones, even where I know he's eating something, he's going to get the shits for a week.
Right.
Exactly. It's like eating some frog brain off the back end of a horse. And you're like, that ain't going to go good, but it doesn't matter. There's something about it. His adventurism, his willingness to embrace cultures and all that. It's just great to watch. Good watch.
It really is.
Go check it out. Mine is very different. This is a cautionary tale, a documentary, you might say.
Ooh.
So because of its local nature, it's in a city about 60 minutes from me, something like that. Little town called Springville. I thought that this is something I should watch. It was also very notable because it was this gigantic, very popular YouTube family that did the family YouTube thing, and they got very, very big. They were kind of the biggest for a while, and then things kind of went bad, and then things went really bad, and you may be familiar with the story, but I think the documentary is worth watching. If you're not, here it is.
In my own journey over the years, I think I've come to understand evil in a way that most people don't. Things that people don't talk about. And I do believe that Satan is a person. What Ruby has done, it just crossed a line of abusive to just psychotic and full-on evil.
All right. The voice you're hearing there is the daughter of Ruby Frankie. I always say Ruby Frank, but it's Frankie. She was known for the 8 Passengers YouTube channel, and they're this family in Springville, Utah, who used to just post videos of family stuff. Here we are cooking a cake today, and here we are going to the zoo, and we're all loading up in the van, and they have 6 kids, and then the wife and husband, obviously that makes 8. And they had a really strong start as very popular, fast-growing channel back in 2015 is when they started it, and it really took off for them. And huge fan base, million followers in no time, this kind of thing. And as it turns out, like a lot of our modern social media, what you see on screen is rarely representative of what is actually happening behind the scenes. And what was happening behind the scenes was a slow burn of some of the most gnarly, abusive parent stuff I've ever heard of. Here's the thing. This is not a story that ends with deaths. It's not a story that ends with anyone being killed or even, somebody with some serious case of self-harm or any of that. But there's an abuse case here that is unlike most others because of some of the circumstances. Now, I don't want to give too much of it away because I went into this very nervous. I was like, oh, I'm going to hate this, aren't I? I'm going to hate this. It's going to bring up issues about, local culture and issues with notoriety and online fame and this and that. And it's just going to be uncomfortable. It is an extremely well-made 3-part documentary called The Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Franke. And her 2 oldest kids are interviewed for this. They have both gotten out of there. And thank goodness. You just want to adopt them all and just say, I'm sorry this happened to you. And please come over here. Never go there again. And the daughter in particular, I just want to save her. I can't explain why, but there's just the damage done to these kids is just so freaking stupid and wasteful. But then most of the kids, the other 4 children they never show their faces. They're always blurred out, including old YouTube stuff that used to be public. Faces blurred out, names are never used. They're protecting them because they're under 18. And in particular, the 2 youngest are the ones that are were the worst abused. And this abuse is not what you think it is. It's not simple. It's not the norm, if there is such a thing as normal abuse. It just gets dark and weird and crazy, and it's extremely well made. This is not a documentary that's like pausing on people's facial expressions and playing loud music and hoping that it makes you feel emotional. It is just letting the facts wash over you. And that's my kind of documentary. The one thing that's really notable is there's a bunch of outtake video of her shooting these videos, all smiles, all happy, all whatever. And if one of the kids makes the wrong face on camera or something like that, she'll stop and just scream at these kids.
Oh my God.
Berate them. Just terrible stuff. And then say, all right, now we're all smiling again, and then go back to it. People at home, they see the edit. They never know. They don't know.
Yeah. It's all smiles all the time, but oh my God.
It is an absolutely wild story and is worth your time. I honestly wasn't sure I was going to be able to recommend it because I thought it would be just too raw or something. But the lessons of it are very clear. The women who ultimately were responsible for this mess, Ruby Franke and her quote unquote life coach person, this Jody lady, they are in prison for 30 years for these crimes. 30 freaking years for what they did, and they deserve it. They pled guilty eventually, ultimately. But that part is known, so it's not really a spoiler. But y'all should watch it. There's stuff there. There's things in there like lessons about what kind of neighbor should you be. Maybe when something feels off, what can you do? Because they interview a lot of neighbors and a lot of people who are around them and they're trying to navigate. Well, is this a problem that we're seeing, or should we say anything? And some have great regrets about not saying things. Other people did. The bottom line is the brother who was being one of the very most abused of the family saved him and his sister's life. There's no question. And the movie starts with how that happened, and then it goes back and tells you the story. Anyway, it's 3 episodes long. I was riveted the whole time. It's really, really good. I understand that it might seem like, oh, I can't have that negativity right now. I understand. I totally get it. But if you want to see a good documentary that really lays out the facts, some British guy made it. So it's got nothing to do with here. He's got no motives. He's just a filmmaker who was intrigued by the story and wanted to tell it. And there's something about that unbiased position of filmmaking that also really stuck out to me. So it doesn't feel like they're exploiting anybody. This doesn't feel like, this just feels like, here's how it went. This is what happened. Here are the people involved. The dad breaks your heart because he is both partially responsible and also not responsible. And it's a weird
Complacent
thing.
kind of.
I don't even know how to, not even that. It's really hard to explain.
Like even beyond that. Okay.
They're in it. I didn't know this was possible, but it's possible that in your home, I'm just naive, I guess. You can have a cult in your house. And all the laws of living in your house with your family can be controlled by these cult-like energies.
Individuals, okay.
And the dad is as much a victim as he is he was not actively abusing anybody. In fact, he was he was kicked out. He was kicked out by the cult leader mom for about a year. And then during that years when all this happened, he was never charged with anything because he didn't do anything. But he feels completely guilty about it because he's like, how did I not see it? He bought into the cult is what I'm saying. And it goes deep. It's like, gets super religious, but also super supernatural. This Jody woman. Oh my gosh, dude. You guys have to see it. It's really something. So it's on Hulu. Okay. It's available now. 3 episodes. Again, it's called The Devil and the Family, The Fall of Ruby Frankie. Do not let Devil and the Family seem overly like they're trying to grab you. It's a lot more down to earth. Yeah.
Sure.
I couldn't think of that word. Thank you. I could not think of sensational for some reason. But that is exactly right. And it's very good. Check it out. Just came out on I guess it's been out since the 27th, but I thought it was just this last week. So what do I know?
Okay. Well, still pretty recent.
This and all others that we spoke of today will be on quicktms.li.
Yes, and we lost Randy with some internet issues, but
I didn't even notice. Is he gone?
Well, he's back but muted. You back, Randy?
I brought the phone out to the car. I don't know how that sounds.
Hello.
It sounds like you're in a car.
It sounds like you're a car. It's stupid internet.
It sounds like you're in a bronze cube of some sort.
I am. That is the perfect description of it. I am Borg, and I don't. There's nothing more to say about the whole Ruby Frankie thing. It's outrageous. It's just outrageous. That's it.
Yeah,
it is. You're absolutely correct.
Randy Jordan from Azerbaijan. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. Be safe out there. You know,
exactly.
Don't drink the water.
I'll talk to you this weekend. We're sacking Inspector Gadget. We just lost Michelle Trachtenberg, and we got to go see it.
Yeah, we're gonna see Inspector Gadget, and I've never seen it, so I'm terrified. I'm really nervous.
I've never seen it either. Yeah, and I didn't really watch the cartoon. Was out of my age range, but I think I saw maybe half an episode just to get the idea of Plus, I like Don Adams, but
sure, it's like his last big fling, right? That's the last big thing he did, I think. Well, anyway, everybody enjoy talking to your shoe until this weekend when we do that for Film Sack. We'll see you next time, Randy. All righty.
Very good.
I know there's a lot of chat a lot of stuff in the chat. Like, I can't watch Downer TV right now. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I get it. But you know what? I find catharsis in stuff when I'm feeling like things are really low, and then I see something worse. I go, oh, okay, it's not so bad. Like I realize that's a temporary salve. It's just a little Band-Aid on a larger wound. Yeah. I understand that, but it works for me. Do what you do.
I think we had this was a little bit of a heavier recommendals between our 3 things, and Randy's series about a dude who's no longer with us, but at least is some comfort between a couple of very heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in your case, it's like dark. It's like a dark story, but these amazing women and their amazing performances, and
yes, exactly.
You get what you take. You get the fruit off whatever tree you got, guys.
Exactly. It's not always going to be a high sugar Oreo. Sometimes it's going to be a couple saltines and a slice of camembert.
There you go. That sounds fine to me. I'd eat that.
Yeah.
All right. Well done, everybody. That's it for the show. We're all out of here. And a reminder to get your tickets at tms.vegas. It is available now, and they're going quick. If you don't have your ticket yet, get in there. Okay?
Yeah.
Found out yesterday. Yeah. We got some really cool people coming that I didn't know were coming. Like, we keep hearing about who's coming. I see a ticket go past the thing and go, oh, so-and-so's coming again. Woo!
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's exciting. And then Brian and I are going, of course. We'll be there.
We're going. Well, we'll make it. We'll make time to somehow make an appearance out there.
Yeah. My biggest worry right now is just make sure I want my mom to be good while I'm gone. That's all I need. And by good, I just mean, let's have this go on a positive.
Yes, exactly.
Because I don't want to. The last thing I want is to be in the car on my way to Vegas and get that phone call. I can't do it. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it, so I won't. That's it. We're out of here. Brian, let's play a song to keep people excited about music. What do you got there?
This is a great one. Oh my gosh, get ready. Lydia Bauer, this is a request going out to her that I think was unexpected. He's oh my gosh, I'm blanking on Mr. Bauer's name. They email me all the time, and I love talking and chatting with them. Hold on, I got to pull it up because I can't let this stand.
Bauer.
Yeah. I guess I hear more from Lydia than I do
Frank, Barry, Jim, Larry.
Yeah. John.
Oh, John Bauer.
Geez.
Sure.
John Bauer. Criminy.
Sounds real.
So sorry, John. Anyway. They say on 3/6, we are traveling down to Phoenix to see Heart in concert. Wow. A postponed event due to her recent CADX. We are excited and happy that she's recovered.
What's CADX? What is that?
I don't know. I was going to look that up and I forgot to.
Maybe a cancer term or something?
California coaxial lights.
That sounds right.
The only thing I've been able to find.
It's all that can hold the heart back is this weird California coaxial lights thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really botched this request. Hopefully you enjoy the song I chose for you because not doing so well here at the introduction of said song. Yeah. But this is a great one. So any cover of Heart was basically where it came from. Okay, Molly, cancer. I did not pick up. DX diagnosis, cancer diagnosis.
Oh, diagnosis. Okay. I've never heard anybody say it that way. It's just a different.
Yeah, I know RX is a prescription, but I've never heard of DX as a diagnosis, but that 100% makes sense.
Okay. I didn't know Ann Wilson had cancer. That's terrible.
Yeah, I did not know that either.
Love Ann Wilson. Love these guys, man. Barracuda, baby.
I know. Her voice, still incredible. She's still putting out albums, too, and obviously touring. But this one is maybe from a couple people you wouldn't expect. It's a cover of Straight On. Going straight on for you. But it's performed by Alan Cumming, star Nightcrawler for a little while and star of a reality show that I can't stop watching called Traitors.
Yeah.
And Evan Rachel Wood, incredibly talented actress. Was she in Westworld?
Yeah, she was in Westworld. Yeah,
Westworld.
13.
Yeah.
Never see 13 though. That movie wrecked me.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
First time I ever saw her, ugh. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, Alan Cumming and Evan Rachel Wood, they got together for a movie called Strange Magic in 2015 and did this cover of Heart's Straight On, and it's fantastic. Here you go.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.
What are you, wacko?